Hello, buddies. So I was making myself breakfast or lunch because just woke up. Like not just woke up, but it takes time, right? So thought कि मैं अपना हार्वर्ड CS50 का जो कोर्स है वो कर लूँ. उसकी प्रॉब्लम स्ट्रीम पे with breakfast and streaming and everything else. Now, I don't have space कि कहाँ पे चीज़ें रखूँ मैं. सारे वायर्स एंड ऑल. एंड एक तो ये माउस पैड ना बड़ा है. You have to put coffee there. How do I reach? No. Should we first check that thing? Chess World Cup is going on, right? Wait, two people already. What the fuck? मेरे को आदत नहीं है और चले गए. आदत नहीं है इसलिए चले गए. ओके, आदत सुधारनी पड़ेगी. Let me first check if everything is good. So, on thumbnail is my YouTube banner. Because if everything is good. Yes, on YouTube is my on thumbnail is YouTube banner. But I got to know later that only some part of it, only like that, some part only shows up on screen and YouTube channel. मेरी सारी मेहनत पानी में चली गई. ऐसा तो मैं नहीं कहूँगा क्योंकि मैंने AI से बनाया था. I'll check what's happening in World Cup. Let's quickly check. So the World Cup is still going on and it's tie break, okay. Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers usually mean that two or more players are on same point. So semi-finalists are Esipenko and Nodirberg Yakuboy. This is final kya? Semi-final we had against Wei and Andre Esipenko, Nodirberg and Sindaro. So Sindaro won. both of the uh, not Ukrainian, Uzbek players way against Asipenko way one. So in FIDE World Cup, mostly it happens that instead of deciding in classical, match goes to rapid and blitz. So it's basically a blitz championship or what? World Blitz Championship, but we already have that. But actually, a World Cup is quite a unique format. Like all the top players gets eliminated all the time. Babe, why is it stuck? Hello Mohit. Wait a second. अच्छा हो अबे सो के उठा I have to check screen capture is not working. Now I think it's working. Already three people. Welcome to the stream. So I was checking this World Cup going on right now. So this is the match, right? Tiebreakers means tie break between two players, finalists. And this one is classical or rapid? I don't think it's classical. It's rapid. Maybe 25 something, 25 minutes or 15 minutes. So it's a 15 minutes, yeah. 15 minutes plus some increment. You can see 2 second, 1 second. Italian. It seems that this is a well-known line. Looking at their accuracy. So b5 is coming. That's why he came back with his bishop. Now bishop. Okay, now he's thinking. I'm rooting for Sindaro actually. Uh, Wei once was very strong player and young and promising and everything, but then he got stuck at that rating 2750 around 2720. Under 20 he crossed 2700 barrier, but after that he reached its like the limit. So Asipenko lost to Wade. So this match was for the for third place, right? And Simenko beat him in classical or what? Yes, I think. Yes. That's rare if you win both of the matches in classical. The level is like identical. Now, someone had told me कि you should stream at day. No one comes at midnight, 2 and 3 a.m. That's true. So while this is going on, let's do our work. Let's do some code. Let's do some coding. So I'm at problem set 4 of this thing, CS50 course. Where is problem set 4? Here it is. Hi bro, I have a question. What is Python used for? Okay. Wow. Someone really asked me a programming question. Abbe, Python is used for data, managing data, automation, and mostly why I'm learning Python is to learn about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So these are the like most important use cases. Besides that, it's very easy to learn language. Like whenever you're uh, getting started, you should learn with Python, and it's fun with all kinds of automation libraries available. See, web development backend, okay, data science, machine learning, and automation and software development. So, if we talk about web development, backend and front end, for front end, you have to learn something else, Java and other languages, HTML, CSS. But what do you think, like ML and AI, automation, data science, isn't that like the most use case for a single most language? Which other language has this many use cases? But I'm also new to this thing. Dodo3684. Hello, welcome to the stream. Did you come for chess or coding? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Actually, I don't know any languages, brother. I'm humanities student. I'm not from tech background. I'm just starting with Python. This is the first language that I'll learn. Do you plan to pursue this coding and programming as a career? Because emoji aren't quite as. Oh, alright. But tell me, are you new to this channel? Emoji aren't quite as easy to type as text, at least on laptops. Maybe I don't really know because AI is taking over. I don't know if it's a good career anymore. Yeah, I am. But the thing is, ki you can learn Python and master AI. That's what my plan is. Have you used any of the AI's thing? Like what has came up that writes code? And are they efficient? So I've heard about Copilot. Are they good? All these AI code generators. So only I've only heard about Copilot. I mean, to understand if AI will like take over whole of everything of about programmers and coding, you have to understand AI deeply. You never tried Chat GPT? Yes, I have tried Chat GPT, but like professional, proper start to end code writers. Chat GPT helps a lot. True. But I have just started, so I don't know about if it can handle complex tasks. The thing is ki you have to achieve, like there are a lot of top programmers and computer scientists, right? You have to reach it at that level to secure yourself. And I think securing or not securing is not a right word or a right way. You should always learn. It does actually handle complex tasks, especially with pro subscription. Okay, so the at this very moment, it is helping programmers. Like they can think, and GPT will try to help them with execution at this very moment. So it's basically a help. So in technological terms as well, let me show you one book about will AI take over jobs and any technology. I'd read in this book. This is 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, Notes on Startups or How to Build a Future. So Black Masters is his student. While Peter Thiel was giving lectures on this, Black Masters noted it down and it later got published as a book. Let me find the chapter where Peter Thiel talks about jobs takeover. Computers already have enough power to outperform people in activities we used to think of as distinctively human. And here comes the chess example. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated world champion Garry Kasparov. Like uh, still chess is there. If you think by that logic, chess should have ended by now, but we still play chess. We are not better than computers in chess, but we play for fun of it. And what's one possibility is that the age of abundance will come, like utopian world, where AI will help us reach that state. And let's say coding or any other activities as such, like chess or anything else, AI and machines will be better, but you will not compete to AIs. You will compete to fellow humans. And basically age of abundance where everybody has everything because of technological advancement and not just earth but let's say we have become multiplanetary species, so that can happen as well. But I'm saying, and he makes argument that about computers, that computers are really better than us at what we at some point used to be distinctively human things. Best ever contestants Ken Jennings succumbed to IBM's Watson in 2011. Jeopardy's best ever contestant. And there is Google self-driving cars are already in California roads today. He gives a lot of examples. Then could the self-driving cars become the next wave of unemployment, and millions of chauffeurs and cabbies worry, worried at that time. But as we see now, the system and things as things evolved, new jobs gets created. So job market, you can think of it as an so job market, you can think of this as in structure. Like let's say this is job market, and new technology comes, let's say AI, and AI will have some impact on it. Because of its impact, now this thing is same, but the structure changes and the equilibrium stays. Are you there, Dodo? So the structure changes, but equilibrium stays. Maybe numbers got reduced, but the equilibrium is still there. And AI in exchange created new opportunities and new tech, new resources, and this gets added to the current structure, and again the structure changes, equilibrium stays. This is what I think about it, but maybe I'm wrong. That's why I think you need to predict all of this, what will happen, what will not happen. You have to, you have to understand very deeply. I don't know still, about new technologies in AI and how it works. That's why I'm learning Python. So you're currently doing BTech or what? Yeah, I get you. What do you think about it? So Beta Thiel also talks about the AI engineer here. Oh my god. How the fuck we got lot of smart people in my chat? Just because I instead of chess I did a coding or coding stream, now we've got coders and AI engineers. So what do you think, Prajwal? Let me pull this up. He calls them, I think, doomers. People who think that new technology will create. Same here, I was on break and randomly your live got on my feed. Okay, so now we're mixing chess audience and coding audience, programming audience. Please do subscribe, Prajwal. I also play COD, but that's on mobile. What is the question again? So the question was, let me see. Dodo said that maybe I don't really know because AI is taking over and I don't know if it's a good career anymore. I said about, are you pursuing programming as a career? So it's basically AI in programming. Yeah, me too. What's your ID? CODM. I have to check. Can you join my Discord? I'll write that in Discord chat after I'm done with stream. Let me spam my Discord ID. I think you can check if you go to description, right? So here it is. We can we can form nice community there in Discord. So my take on will AI be the right career choice? This might be the question, right? Not AI will not AI. Okay, got your Discord. not AI, but coding and AI. How technologies, AI related technologies that are coming in coding and programming, and are those tools good enough over the coding career? Yes. So I've seen a lot of good programmers. Like I had watched that Prima Age something. Is quite good. And also we have computer scientists like who is it? Who found co-founded ChatGPT? I mean, co-founded OpenAI. Yeah, co-founded OpenAI. Elon Musk was one of the co-founders, I know, but the computer scientist, who was he? Andre Kapathi. Yes. Also, if you read into this book, Man and Machine, chapter 12, 140, it describes doomers and futuristics, and somewhere third category somewhere in between. Okay, he calls them Luddites. They are so worried about being replaced that they would rather st- stop building new technology altogether. So the one category is Luddites. And true, if we stop building new technology, then we are back to square one. And then what happens ki you cannot control if technology flows happens, you cannot control it. And how will you stop anyone from developing any technology, like in the age of globalization and all? I think this book was published in 2014. Okay. At that time the problem was about software. Like we see AI right now, they used to see software as that software is going to take over everything. Mark Anderson's quote is that software is eating the world. And Andy Kessler's uh, word was to create productivity is to get rid of people. what is 0 to 1 book about? Not really as a picture. I mean, there are two scenarios. One, people who already knows good programming and coding stuff, it will surely boost their productivity and no one is gonna replace them. Two, people who just prompt for application randomly on Windsurf or Cursor without knowing proper bottlenecks or system design, they won't stay long. Third scenario, basically AI did took over the coding career, but as a whole, if you know how to leverage AI plus foundational knowledge in coding and how the system works, then no one will replace you. That's my take. Yeah, I'm also kind of on your side, and I agree with you what you're saying. So, but you said that who just prompt for application randomly. I mean, I know that those kind of people exist, but you're saying they will be of no worth, right? But AI will allow them to do such things, but the world will see no worth in what they're doing. So basically, you can also prompt AI for application, and so it has become more easy and AI plus foundational knowledge. Yeah, by foundational knowledge, I mean if you know how idea and its execution, also first world principles, like your ideas are coming from first world principles. I learned this from Musk, that everything that he does or builds are based on first world principles as its foundation, and he builds from there every block in his idea. But yeah, it'll boost productivity like no one would have imagined. Now, but now that we have these tools, do you see influx of new technologies, like anything new technology, software or anything? Now, because people should create more, right? People will be creating more after their mundane tasks are taken care of by AI. So Prajwal, before you came, this was what my take was, that this is job market and AI as a factor affects it. After that, a new structure comes into place, which is different from an earlier structure, but equilibrium stays put. And AI will create new opportunities, new technologies, and many more things, new resources, which will add to the new structure, and again, new equilibrium stays there. Like what happened with computers and now let us go back to what we were doing. After talking about AI and all the future of world abundance, theory of abundance, now we are back to hello.py. What the fuck? Okay, but what happened in FIDE World Cup? This was the position when we last left. Phase attacking on king side. Rook e2. What a move, yeah. I can never find such moves. What's the idea? Just defending f2 or what? Maybe just defending f2. Okay, doubling on e file. Bishop d2. f3 seems really tough. Because you might think that you are weakening f file, and also later f4 can be used. But now comes d4. Material is equal. Dark squared bishop for dark squared bishop. Knight for knight. Black has opened a semi-open file. Attacking weakness on f2. So I'd say that but black's bishop is passive, little less active, but rooks are good, so it kind of balances out. Black also has more space. Rook a1. Why did he go rook a1? What was the point? Maybe because if he doesn't go rook a1, he pushes b5, take. If takes, and then he gets a file. So he prevented b5 maybe. This game might just end with no results, I think. Because look at this position. If it's closed position, if no one wants to do anything, then then they'll play such moves back and forth, and it will fizzle out in a draw. But black does do something. So black wants to win. and white made a mistake. He had to play rook e1. Okay, this rook back to e1. Yeah, it does make sense. Now that there's no more pressure on f2. I mean, I'm just shocked that it's giving equality. Look at white's pawn structure. All of black's pieces are coming in. The structure should fall apart, and then pawn will get promoted into queen, and black will win. But I'm quite in a shock that it's equal. Uh, because white has counter attack with bishop f6. And actually, bishop f6 does nothing. So what if he had played by this? He wants to first of all defend e6. And maybe f7. King, queen f7 next. Okay, it's going on right now. Now white has advantage. Queen f3. Entering with rook or f8. No, f8 is covered. Queen f3 also attacks rook on b7. Actually, white's king can. The queen did make space for king, but king can also get out of rook's thing with h3 and g4. And look at this, because king had a square on g4, this path was open. That's why it was showing advantage. Now that he closed it, now king is quite stuck, and rook can give him issues. Rook a g1. Mostly this will end in a draw. I'm hoping that something should come out of this. Let's not draw. Queen e4. How about queen e4? Queen e4 is not good. Only move is king g2, and okay, he falls for it. Now black has advantage. How? And it was a blunder. King g2 is a kind of move which you'll thing that Magnus will find in such time pressure, and now now he's gone, and Sindaro wins. Queen is trapped or what? How about Queen G2? Queen G2, then look at yes, King G3 here, and game is gone. Rook falls. Ah, fuck. And as मतलब जीत क्या क्या सिंदारो? Did he win the World Cup, or Way will get another chance? Not sure. Did he win? No, he didn't win. Look at this. You get a green circle if you win. Okay, fucking hell. Now let's continue. Because emoji aren't quite as easy to type as text, at least on laptops and desktops, some programs support codes whereby you can type, for instance, thumbs up, which will be automatically converted to thumbs up. Some programs additionally support aliases, whereby you can more succinctly type, for instance, thumbs up will also be automatically converted to thumbs up. For a list of codes with alias.
Alias. Alias.
For example, one that is used by a criminal. Wow, bro. Lot of aliases. By that mean lot of criminals in the town. Fine. What do we have to do? In a file called emojize.py, implement a program that prompts the user for a string in English and then outputs the emojized version of that string, converting any codes or aliases therein to their corresponding emoji. Thumbs up this, thumbs up this. Hello, Earth Africa. How will we do this? So, do we need to store this in a dictionary? Where is our list? As in, this will be our values, and these are the keys. Over here are keys, and here are values. Not sure though. Let's look at hints. What do they say? Emoji module comes with two functions. Okay, we had to do this. Install emoji. One of which is emojize, which takes an optional named parameter called language. You can install it with. Let's see what emoji module has. Visual list is enabled for doing emoji or emojize. Language is equal to enables both the full list and the language is English, but also supporting languages are this. Let's create Python file then. Now let's get started. Let's first do installation. Could not find a version that satisfies the requirement. Wait, what the fuck? Emoji, not emojize, bro. Emojize is a function in emoji. Now what do we need to do? Let's first understand what does it do. What if we import emoji and now in a variable called short, we prompt the user for emoji. How do we prompt? Output. What do we write there? input and output. Okay. Input. And now how does this work? Emoji is that it will emoji dot emojize. Okay. Let's test this. Import emoji could not be resolved. What the fuck? Import emoji could not be resolved. We have emoji only. Okay, do we need to import it if we downloaded it? I'm a little confused. Where do we import from? Let's say I delete this, and does this still work? Emoji.emojize? I don't think so, right? Emoji is not defined. Okay. What does this mean? Select a different. You know what? Let's try to run this code. Let's see what happens. And we want to write thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let's try this one. And see what happens. Okay, we got so far. Now, why the fuck is this problem coming over here that import emoji could not be resolved? What the fuck is this? And we have to do output. Put. Not like this. I got email from PM Modi. Mr. Modi emailed me. What did he say? Later from the Prime Minister on Samvidhan Divas. Every action of yours, every action of ours should strengthen the Constitution. Wow. But today is Constitution Day, 26th November. Guys, remember, okay? Every action of yours and yours only. You should focus on yourself. How do I do this? Do I use F string? Do I use F string? I forgot how to use F string. Let's now see. And output is thumbs up, but we need to check after writing something, which is this is my thumbs up, and this is my thumbs up. Okay. We got so far. Now what else we need to do? Fucking hell. I don't understand why the fuck is this problem, I guess. Let me ask GPT. Your code runs fine because Python can actually import the module. Thinks it cannot. Python can actually import the module, but Pylons thinks it cannot. Okay, fuck Pylons. Let me explain both part. The VS Code Python. Actually, I shouldn't use such words when I'm doing this kind of stream because they've got license on their thing. That license doesn't include to curse, cush, I mean, or whatever. Let's see. You cannot find the model in the VS Code as using even if Python itself can find the model and you run the script. We did this part. Pip install emoji. Now we need to select interpreter in VS Code. And I see nothing after pressing Ctrl Shift P. Command Shift P, I know it's below palette. Okay, can we just forget that this error exists? We should do that. Now, what's the issue now? What if I check for this code? What happens? Uh, will it work or not? Let's see. Once we identify which issues are coming, then we can resolve them. First, we have to check. Mic check, and input of first place medal yields output of this, but input of thumbs up yields output of. Okay, let me copy this thumbs up. Thumbs up, and output is thumbs up. So it's only taking a perfect command for thumbs up, and our task is that some programs additionally support aliases whereby you can more succinctly type, for instance, thumbs up instead of thumbs underscore up, which will also be automatically converted to C for a list of codes with aliases. Emoji overview. For list of codes with aliases, where can I see them? Thumbs up. Okay, and we have here thumbs up. Okay, how do I aliases? Okay, alias. Doesn't that come with emoji module? If it doesn't, then how do I? That emoji module comes with two functions per. One is emojize, which takes an optional name parameter called language. You can install it with. Let us also see what is. ओके ये भी हमने पहले देख चुके थे. The entire set of emoji codes as defined by the Unicode Consortium is supported in addition to a bunch of aliases by default. Only the official is enabled, but doing enables both the full list and aliases. Okay. By default, only the official list is enabled, but doing language is equal to alias. Fine, got it. We didn't get aliases. Now what we have to do is emojize language is equal to alias. Language is equal to alias. How about now we go with this is my chats. Thumbs up. Okay, let's see. And got it. Now let's see if this will pass the test. Okay, we did pass the test. Bro, how the fuck is this so easy? Because we wrote only 3 lines of code and look at other projects. In other problem sets, I had to write fucking tons of codes. Okay, it's not tons of code. If you're damn good, like I'm just talking about myself. Wow. So we are done. Okay, who cares about meal.py? On should be submitted. Where is the submit? And let's see the score if I got all of them right. And 5 out of 5 correct. Pretty quick, yeah, pretty quick. Because of कि ये इतना easy tha. Our stream was productive despite all the bakchodi that we did. Frank, Ian, and Glenn's letters. Okay, now I think I should go. Lasted for 2 hours. 2 hours stream. Let us lastly see what happened in Chess World Cup. Okay, new game didn't start, so it's still no one has won yet. But see you, tata, bye bye. This was it for today. See you, tata.